Welcome everyone to the Fall Sports Season Wrap-Up, where we'll go over the fall season teams and their achievements from the season. We are the girls soccer captains and we'll be hosting for today's season.
To kick it off, we're going to start off with our favorite team. Definitely not biased.
Not biased.
Girls soccer. This season we had a record of 9-5-4, which is pretty good.
We are so incredibly proud of the team. We've accomplished so much. We even hosted the Emily Marison Memorial Game earlier this season to support our beloved teammate. If you want to go check it out, it should be on the Chelmsford TV YouTube. But it was a really great game. Thank you to everyone who helped out.
Let's roll the segment.
Against the tougher teams in our division, we played really well against. This season overall, we had a really good record, and I'm really proud of our team.
Yeah, we were 5-6-4, so I think it went pretty well, yeah. Goals in the beginning of the season were just kind of like get through the season. Obviously, it was a hard season for a lot of the seniors, but in the beginning of the season, it was just get through it, try our best, play as a team. But at the end of the season, as we started to progress and learn how each other play and we got better, I think it was definitely just to have fun and to win. We weren't really going for a certain record or certain goal scoring, but just to get through it and play as a team and have fun.
COVID has impacted us in many different ways. I think team bonding-wise, it was a little difficult because of preseason and the schedule, and over the summer there was times where we had to hold off on doing things. But I think despite all of that, we as a team have really come together, and I think we've had a lot of fun together.
We did a lot of bonding activities such as painting rocks.
Yeah, we painted rocks.
We spent multiple practices just talking about our feelings, any issues on the team, and I think that's something that we definitely prioritize this season.
In some ways, bonding has affected us a little bit, but I think we had a really good season.
So it was honestly great in my opinion.
And
yeah.
We had practices where we do teams of themes, Halloween practice, competitive mini games and stuff like that were both soccer focused and as well as team bonding focused, where we're trying to learn how to trust each other and all that.
I just want to thank the team for a great season. I thought we made the most out of what we had in our situation. I also think it was great to have, the student body was a lot more involved with girls soccer, especially this year, and we really appreciated that.
Yeah, thank you to the girls, obviously, for making this one of my favorite seasons personally, and thank you to the Tundra and the school for supporting us every single step of the way through this difficult season.
Yeah, and thank you to the whole team for just being so amazing. We love you all, and thank you to Coach as well, and yeah, basically just everyone.
Yep.
Next up, we have the boys soccer team. They had a ton of players graduate last season, but that did not show one bit. They had a great season and worked really hard. Let's see what the captains have to say about it.
Overall, we had a pretty good season. Our record was 6-10-2. First half, we started off really strong. Had a winning record in the first 9 games, but second half we kind of struggled a bit, but we still pulled it together.
We didn't necessarily have any goals, maybe to make the state tournament, but one of the bigger things was to develop players. I mean, we had a lot of first year players this year, and we definitely helped a lot of them get better and progress throughout the season.
I definitely think COVID didn't have quite as big of an impact this year as it did last year. You know, it was really nice for the boys to get out there and not play with masks on. We didn't really have anyone go out to COVID, so it didn't really affect us in that way.
We had a few team dinners throughout the year. We had them at any of the boys' house, whoever felt like doing it. And we had a lot of fun there. Had one during the warmer seasons. We had them at one of our boys' finished pool. It really brought us all together and we had a great time.
Definitely to thank our coach, Chris Scanlon. He did a great job this year. Like I said before, we had a pretty inexperienced team. He did a good job. Also, the boys worked really hard throughout the whole season. Winning or losing, they all did a really good job. And also, like the past 4 years, all the coaches and teammates have had a really good time. It was also been some of the most fun I've had in high school.
Great job, boys. Another team that's been doing great this season is the girls field hockey team. They crushed it this season, ending with a record of 12-6-1, and were runners-up in the NBCs. They even had some players make commitments to colleges.
Congratulations to Maddie Priestley, University of Vermont, Sarah Latham, Stonehill College, Ramore Sarah, UMass Amherst. Here are the captains and their thoughts on the season.
It was definitely nice being able to play without masks. At the beginning of the season, though, we did lose a few players for a couple of weeks due to COVID, but they came right back to practice and worked even harder to stay up to date with everything. We missed a few bus rides, unfortunately, to and from games, but other than that, we really stepped it up.
With our season, we finished the regular season at 12-6-1, so we won a pretty good amount of games, but our primary goal was to win the MVC. Unfortunately, we came up short against Andover, but we were the runners-up at the MVC, which was pretty cool. We won on senior night, which was huge, big comeback. But overall, we're still going in the state tournament, hoping to have 13 wins by the end of the day. But yeah, we're still going. We're doing really well.
Yeah, I think morale and our just like team bonding was pretty awesome this year. We all get along super well. We're all wicked close on and off the field, and before every game, every home game, we would go to Celia's house, our goalie. We would pregame, do each other's hair, just get excited, listen to music, and every night before our game, we would have a team dinner at someone's house. So that was pretty awesome, and we have some pregame rituals like. Someone would do like a pregame motivational speech, like someone different each game, and it got everyone pretty excited. So I thought we were pretty close this season. It was pretty awesome.
I definitely can say that I speak for our entire team when I say we'd like to all shout out Celia Lapoli, our goalkeeper, for just having an amazing season and definitely improving as an individual player. And she had many shutout games and was just all in all just like an awesome team player and just had a really great season. And we'd also like to shout out our coach, Susan Giagostino, because we would not be here without her, and she just was really supportive and has helped us come along this journey, and it's been great.
Let's head to cross country now. The girls had a great season. They really came together as a team compared to other years. Same goes to the boys, who also had a great season. Both teams worked hard, and the captains had some great remarks.
Overall, the girls did really good. We got a lot of PRs, so that was really good.
We didn't do too bad this year, so we finished with a record of 5-5, starting off to a slow start at 0-4, but then ended up getting hot at the end of the season. Overall, we had a pretty solid year, I'd say.
Most of our goals just consisted of getting PRs for the season, like the girls doing their best that they can, because with COVID and everything, it was just a little hard to relive like a normal season.
Definitely one of our goals this season was to go 5-5, because coming off a COVID year, we lost a lot of our key runners and key people to our team. So going into this year, we didn't really expect much, and then have a lot of people fill in roles that we needed. So I say we did achieve our goal of going 5-5, and I was very impressed with the team we had this year to do it.
last year. We had to wear masks on the buses, but overall it was the same as it was in non-COVID years, so it didn't impact us too much.
It made it a little bit harder for races because we had only a certain amount of people that could be in like big meets, but overall it didn't affect us too much.
We would have like team dinners before every meet, and honestly that would definitely get the group closer. We had group chats to build some friendships, and overall just like practicing and seeing each other day after day kind of built us up. And another big thing that kind of built up our team morale was the team bus. We really kind of bonded on the team bus and got to know each other pretty well there.
During team dinners, we'd all like sit together, like eat our pasta together, and like we'd make sure that everybody was having a good time. And like at races, when we were watching the different, like the varsity girls and the JV girls run, we'd make sure that we're cheering for everybody and like making sure that we see them smile even while running a 5K.
I definitely want to shout out our assistant coach, Jack Newcomb. Coming into this year, he's never been a coach before, and he really took on a bunch of hooligans on the cross-country team and was a great coach and a great role model to all of us.
We want to shout out Amelia Kelly for breaking 20 on her 5K time this season, so that's a really big accomplishment. We also want to shout out the coaches, Blag and Coach I, who's new this year. It was super fun to run this season. I'm just proud of all the work that the girls did this season.
We did so good this year, guys. Love you all.
Love you all.
Great job, cross country. Now we'll have the girls swim and dive team. They had a killer season with a record of 10-3, with 7 swimmers in states and 3 divers. They finished 3rd in states, so congrats to them. Let's hear all about swim and dive from the captains.
We're the captains of the swim team. So we went 10-3, and then we placed 3rd in the state. I think one of our main goals was to keep our season record really high after being undefeated last season, and I know a lot of the girls strive to make sectional and state cuts by the end of the season or just get a best time.
Limited that much. Last year kind of stunk for us, but we really bounced back from it this year. The only reason that we're kind of bummed is that our states and sectionals meet, we couldn't have spectators, but other than that, it was an awesome season.
Morale was definitely way better than last season. We brought back our team dinners and doing like locker buddies and things like that. Lots of spirit day shopping. So we kind of just like tried to spend as much time together as we could. Everyone just really gave us the best senior season we could ask for, and we are so happy that they all decided to be part of our team this year, and we're so proud of them.
Fantastic job to the athletes on that team. What a wonderful season. On to our football team, who has a record of 7-3. They made it to playoffs this season, were 110 Cup winners, and had some awesome plays throughout the season. Very impressive.
The Tundra was incredible this season. The student section was always packed. Love to see the support. Here's a wrap-up of the football season from the captains.
Some goals we had this year, we had 3 kind of rivalry games we were ready for. Lexington, Westford, and then Billerica. So far we've beaten Lexington and Westford by a great amount, so next is Billerica.
So we made it to the playoffs. Obviously, we got knocked out in the first round, not how we wanted it to go at all. But first time we made it to the first time we did decent and made it to the playoffs in a while.
Long time.
So we're kind of proud of that.
You know, COVID played a huge role. You know, we couldn't be in the weight room some days. Our first couple weeks, you know, our roster was looking a little sketchy because we had a lot of boys out. So even like Acton Boxborough, we were missing like 5-6 starters, something like that.
A lot.
And you know, just powered through and won. We're not going to let a couple of COVID restrictions get in our way.
I'd say morale, just completely changed it from last year, first of all. This year's team atmosphere is different. We have one goal, really, that's just win football games. And we're planning on beating Billerica. Next one, we had getting together this year. We got good chemistry, all of us. Team dinners, just a lot different this year, and for the better, definitely.
Yeah, definitely a lot different. Morale's always been there. You know, we got one goal: win football games and beat the crap out of the teams we play violent football.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Coach Chris. That's the CEO of Hurt Business.
Big
you know?
Chrissy Harrington,
Yeah.
CEO
himself.
business.
I love Chrissy.
Great job, boys. Kate, can't wait to see what you do next season. Last but certainly not least, we have the girls volleyball team. They were impacted the most from COVID out of all the fall teams, but they pushed through and worked hard. Let's go to the captains and hear what they have to say.
Our team could have done a little bit better. Our record was 2-18, but we had a very young team, and I do think that we played some really tough teams, but we definitely fought our best, and I think that we ended up doing pretty well.
I feel like one of the main goals this season was definitely growth because, like we said, we had a lot of young players this season, and I think we just kind of focused on getting better even if we weren't the best. And I think we definitely accomplished that. Even though we didn't have that many wins, our players definitely grew a lot.
Yeah, for sure. The team improvement was crazy. I mean, you could tell from our first game how scrambled so many of us looked, and definitely compared to the last game, we definitely improved a lot and our skills got a lot better, and we're able to play more as a whole.
We did have a couple of cases of COVID on our team this year, better than last year for sure, but even though we had that kind of hindering some of our games, we definitely fought through. You know, some girls who didn't always played a lot, and they got some more experience, so we definitely made it work. It could have been a lot worse. I think we definitely focused a lot on the cohesiveness of the team, and team dinners definitely helped with that. We were a very close team on and off the court, talking all the time, talking about non-volleyball related things. I think that really grew the bond on our team.
Yeah, also spirit days. We did a lot of different spirit days, which were super fun. So.
Yeah, and we got ready for spirit days with each other sometimes, and just hanging out in the locker room or getting food after school was just a big thing. I want to say shout out to our coach because it was definitely a rough season, and I do think that he did a really good job coaching everyone even though we had such a young team. And thank you to the team because even though our record wasn't great this season, I had the most fun I've ever had on my 4 years of playing volleyball at this school.
Yes, thank you for making my senior season by far the most fun season out of the 4 years.
Other sports from the fall season are golf, who had a record of 7-7.
Cheer did great at the football games and are heading up to their competition season during the winter. So make sure to watch the next sports wrap-up to see how they do. So how do you think the CHS season went?
I think it went really well this season. I feel like from our freshman year, we've improved, the entire school as a whole has improved great past
I definitely
3
agree.
seasons. Yeah.
Definitely compared to last year as well because of COVID, a lot of sports had a big come up and
definitely.
recovered from last year. So it was really impressive from a lot of people.
And that would not be it at all without the help of our amazing athletic director, Dan Hart, assistant athletic director, Lori Martin, CHS TV crew, all of the coaches and athletes from the season for your hard work and dedication. And that's it for the sports wrap-up.
If you want to watch any of the games from this season, check out the Chelmsford TV on YouTube. You can also check out other CHS TV productions at chs.tv_ on Instagram and CHS TV Crew on Facebook.